We'll start again on our back. Just lie down. If you want to place anything beneath your shoulders or underneath your lower back, feel free to do so. And so just close the eyes. Let's take a few minutes just to settle in. Take a deep breath in and just sigh it out. Let your breath be natural, no manipulation. Close the eyes if they're not already. Closing the eyes just helps us shift inward. It helps us bring the focus more in and less distraction externally with our eyes, right? And then I like to acknowledge the noise, right? Acknowledge any distractions outside of the room in the far distance. Maybe identify them, label, whatever you need to just to know that they're there, and then let them go. And then notice the sounds near you. So maybe in the room, if you're outside, just around you, close proximity. And label them, identify them, whatever it is you need, but then let them go. Take your hands to your stomach just so you can feel the natural breath, the natural rise and fall of the belly. And now notice any sounds or distractions within you, usually in the mind. And then let them go. So usually that's letting any expectations go, responsibilities go, your to-do list go. Just give yourself the permission to be here. Fully present, showing up. Now let's start to deepen the breath. So let's inhale for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 more. Inhale. And exhale, just to create a rhythm of our practice, to let go of any of that stagnant energy. Again, inhale. And exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Continue the breath, just hug the knees into the chest. So inhale, and just rock side to side. Maybe fall all the way onto the left and come all the way onto the right. Really get the full spine. And then find your neutral position, happy baby. Reaching for the inside of the feet or maybe the back of the knees for this first one. Tuck your chin, press the head into the mat so you're lengthening through the spine. Small of the belly, pressing down, drawing the navel in. So opposition here, right? We're pulling the knees as we pump the heels up. A little bit of force. 2 more breaths, we're still breathing. 1 more breath. If you haven't started the playlist, you can start it. Take the legs up, cross the right leg over the left. Now it can just be one cross or you can full eagle it. Again, it's pretty early in the class. Maybe this isn't available, but drop the knees over to the left, whatever you decide to do. And then gaze over to the right. That's stretching our neck. It's also opening up the shoulder and twisting through the spine. 1 more breath. Slowly come out, unravel, switch legs. Again, one hook or a full eagle hook, and then drop the knees over to the right. Take the gaze to the left, opening up through that left pec, shoulder delt. Breathe. 2 more. Relax your jaw, relax your face. 1 more. And then again, come onto the back, unravel the legs, hug the knees into the chest. This time begin to rock and roll forward and back. We're coming up to a standing forward fold at the top of your mat. So get a few rock and rolls. There's no rush. And then it always helps if you want a little help. Crisscross the feet. Bring the hands out in front. And come into your forward fold. So grab opposite elbows when you get there. Bend the legs as much as you need. Give yourself a little sway side to side, releasing the lower back. And just roll the neck out, shaking it yes and no. Moving it in one circle, one direction, and then reverse it. And then find that stillness right in the center, the 4 points of the feet, the big toe, the pinky toe ball, and then the inner heel and the outer heel. Engage the legs, so lift the back of the legs. It's the hamstrings up towards the sit bone. Feel what happens. The knees activate, the quads activate, the belly even activate. 1 more breath here, deep inhale. And then exhale, just go ahead and release the hands to the mat. Bend your legs and just roll up as slow as you can. Continue the arms up overhead. Exhale, draw it in, heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Again, inhale, flat back. Bend the legs if you need to. Nice long spine. Exhale, fold. 1 more. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, walk the feet back, downward facing dog. So all 10 fingers, spread them wide and flatten them out. Press the mat away from the hands so the hips lift up as the heels root down. It doesn't matter if they touch, they're just rooting down energetically. And then walk your dog here. Bend the right, bend the left. As always, we'll come up high on the toes. We'll drop our heels over to the right. Get a nice side body stretch here. And then inhale again, high on the toes. Drop the heels over to the other side. And then again, inhale, high on the toes. Bend the knees as if you're hovering your child's pose. Arms stay straight, hips stay up. Nice. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift the hips, press the heels down. Take the right leg up. Yawn and open, bend the leg, drop the foot, lift the knee. Circle that knee out. Big circles or tiny circles. And then reverse it. Inhale, straighten the legs, square it off. As you exhale, bring it in, knee to nose, round the spine, tuck your chin. You're mimicking your cat. And then shift forward for dragon pose. Drop the foot to the outer edge of that right hand. Lizard is coming onto the elbows, taking that back knee up. Do anything in between. It's your class, your flow. 3 breaths. Keep the breath, keep the rhythm. That's what moves the practice. Vinyasa flow, movement with breath. Pretty much the definition. 1 more breath. And release both hands back towards the mat. Heel toe the foot in. Let's come into the first plank. Well, for some of us. Plank pose. Shoulder stack on wrist. Press the mat away. So you're rounding out through the shoulders. Draw the navel in. Draw the ribs in. I'm going to take the modification on my knees. Maybe you take full expression. If you're in that full expression, you're on the balls of the feet, pressing through the heels. Squeeze the legs towards one another. Press the mat away from the hands, rounding out through the upper body. 1 more breath here. Deep inhale. And then as you exhale, everyone knees to the mat, lower chest, chin. Inhale, cobra pose. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Chin is parallel to the mat. Remove the hands. See if you can stay lifted. And then exhale, right ear down. Take a breath in through the nose. Now through the nose. Again, inhale, lift up, cobra pose. Again, remove the hands. Can you stay lifted? Exhale, surrender. Opposite ear to the mat. Take a breath. And then inhale again, cobra, or maybe full expression, up dog. Tops of the feet and the hands, only thing touching the mat. And if you're in up dog, I want you to take the inner thighs and lift them up. Feel how that gets you out of the lower back. Press the mat, roll the shoulders back and down. 1 more breath. Inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high, heels low. Here we are again. Inhale the left leg up. Yawn it open. Bend the leg, drop the foot, and lift the knee. Circle the knee out. Tiny circles or big circles, whatever you did on the other side. Reverse. And then inhale, straighten the legs, square it off. Exhale, bring it in, knee to nose. Cat-like spine, rounding out, broadening through. And then shift forward, take dragon pose on the other side. Two more breaths. Last breath. Go ahead and bring the hands back to the mat. Heel toe the foot in. This time, back foot meets the front, fold forward at the top of your mat. Interlace the hands behind the back. Let's open up the shoulders. We're going to do a lot of that this class. Opening up. Relax your head, forehead towards chin. Remember, legs can be as bent as you need them. One more breath here. Exhale, release. Roll up nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae. Continue the arms up. Go ahead and look up. Exhale, draw it in, heart center. Set your intention. Take a moment. Be clear. Be bold. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, step or hop it back, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's look between the hands as you exhale, step, hop or float, think butt up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, inhale up, nice big breath. Exhale, heart center. We got two more sun cell A's. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop it back, high, low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Again, inhale, look between the hands. As you exhale, step, hop or float, think butt up. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, inhale up. Take it back if that feels good. Exhale, heart center. Last one here, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back halfway. Step or hop it back, high to low plank, knees, chest, chin, always available. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Finishing strong, look between the hands. Step, hop or float, fold forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, inhale up, nice big breath. Heart center. Inhale, chair pose, sit down. Neutralize that pelvic floor. So tailbone down, hip points are gonna come up. Weights in the heels. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Step the left foot back, right low lunge. Inhale, arms come up, look up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Go right to down dog or flow. You choose your intensity. Inhale, up. And we'll meet all in down dog. Left leg comes high as you inhale. Exhale, bring it through, low lunge. Inhale, the arms come up. As you exhale, the arms come down. Again, down dog or flow. You choose. Up dog. Down dog. Variation of sun cell B. Right here. Inhale, look between the hands. As you exhale, step, hop, or flow. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, sit down. Exhale, stand tall. One more like that. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Creating that internal heat. Inhale, flat back. Step the left foot back. Right low lunge. Release the knee. Inhale, arms come up. As you exhale, hands come down. Float or down dog. High to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, we all meet in down dog. Left leg comes high. Exhale, bring it through, low lunge, release the back knee. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, arms come down. Again, flow or down dog. I'm taking the modification. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And here we are again. Inhale, look between the hands. As you exhale, step, hop, or float. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, sit down. Exhale, stand tall. All right, one traditional sun cell B. It's fast. The breath is quick. The movement is quick. So inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, step or hop it back, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg comes through for warrior one as you inhale, lift. As you exhale, hands to the mat. Flow, just like before, or go to down dog like me. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg forward for warrior one. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. High plank to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look between the hands. As you exhale, step, hop, and float. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, sit down. Exhale, stand tall. Just close the eyes here. Feel that heart beating. Focus on that third eye. Take a breath. Inhale, arms up. Let's float. Exhale, fold. Left hand under the chest. Right hand comes high. Twist through that spine. Inhale, lengthen with that hand. And exhale, switch it out. Right hand down, left hand. Inhale, lengthen with that left arm. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, flat back halfway. Step or hop it back, high to low plank. Inhale, back up, high plank. Pause, 3 breaths. So let's talk about plank here. Look at the hands, index finger or the middle finger is forward. It's really a preference. Inside creases of the elbows are forward. You're pressing them out away, protecting the shoulder girdle. So there's protraction of the shoulder blades. What that means is separation, broadening of the shoulder blades. The neck is an extension of the spine. The navel is drawn in. The ribs are drawn in. Squeeze the legs together, high on the toes, press through the heels. One more breath. Right hand comes into the center side plank. Back the shoulders, hips, and ankles. You can always drop the bottom knee like so. And it's in the air. Let's bring it forward where the palm faces down. Lift the hips up. Really get a nice side body stretch here. And then maybe go a little more and start to spin the heart up. Comes almost a back bend. One more breath. And then exhale, high plank. Stay in the fire, guys. You always can drop your knees before entirely backing out of the practice, right? And then left hand comes into the center for side plank on the other side. Again, drop the bottom knee if you need. If not, shoulders, hips, ankles in alignment. I did that wrong, but you know what I mean. Hand it to me, I reach it forward. Again, maybe you start to spin that heart up. Nice. High plank pose. Low plank pose. High plank pose. One more. Low plank pose. High plank pose. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, bring it in, knee to nose. You can always skip this too. Inhale high. This is pretty intense. Right knee, right tricep. Shift forward, think plank. Inhale high. Knee to nose. Inhale high. Right knee, left tricep. Shift forward, cross it over. Good. Inhale up. Let's bring it through. Crescent lunge. Back heel up. Everything squared towards the front. So front knee stacked on the ankle, but pull the hip back so you're neutral in the pelvic area. Arms are up. Let's interlace the hands behind the back. Switch up the grip this time. Drop the arms, lift the chest, and just open up. Get my balance. Straighten that back leg. Good. One more breath. And then release that left hand down. Revolve your crescent right hand high. Press through the big toe of that front foot. Try not to lean onto the peaky side. And then switch it out. Right hand to the outer side of that foot, left arm high. And then both hands down, root to rise, crescent lunge, lift up. Exhale, open warrior two. Reverse the warrior, back hand, back leg. And then straighten the front leg, triangle pose. Pull the shoulders back, press the hips forward, stack, right? Torso is stacked on this front leg. Not about reaching the floor. Root through your big toe, snap the fingers that's in the air. Rotate that wrist. Reverse. And then warrior two. Reverse. Side angle, forearm to thigh or the hand comes down, 2 breaths. Shoulder away from the ear, palm faces down of that top hand. Press the knee out, push the hips forward and root through the back heel. One more breath. Warrior two. Windmill the arms down to the mat. Walk this front foot in just a little, standing split. Breathe. Take the right hand, grab the right ankle. Left hand can be out as much as you need. More stable the further out. More balanced the further in. So maybe you walk that hand close to the foot, maybe even grab the ankle. Just challenge yourself, breathe. And then forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Heel toe the feet out, yogi squat, drop the hips down. Press the knees out, press through the pinky side blades of the feet, sit up nice and tall, chin parallel to the earth. Just take 2 breaths. Engage the Mula Bandha, draw the navel in, the ribs in. 1 breath. All right, hands to the mat, straighten the legs, heel toe the feet together. Inhale, flat back halfway. Step or hop it back, high to low plank. Inhale up, dog. Exhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Low plank. One more time. High plank. You got it again. Low plank. Up dog. Low plank. High plank. Down dog. Take a breath in through the nose. Out of the mouth. Let it go. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, bring it in, knee to nose. Inhale high. Left knee, left tricep, shift forward. Inhale high. Left knee to the opposite tricep, twisting, working the obliques. Good. Inhale high. Exhale, let's bring it through for crescent lunge. Anjaneyasana on the other side. So front knee is stacked. Pull the hips back, square everything off. Interlace the hands behind the back, switch up the grip. Straighten through the back leg as you come high on the toes, and then take your back extension. So we're not compressing the lower back. One more breath. Release the right hand down, revolve, crescent. That's a beat. Okay, guys. Don't steam. All right, left hand down, right hand high. And the feet right. My yard has been, your neighbor says, for like 20 years. And then hands exhale, open warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Warrior two. Straighten that front leg, hinge forward, triangle pose. Pause here for a moment. Pull the shoulders back, press the hips forward, neutralize the core. Snap the fingers that's in the air. Rotate the wrist. Reverse. Reverse the warrior, bend that front leg, take it back. And then side angle, forearm comes to the thigh or the hand comes down. So the hand that's in the air, reach it forward and the palm faces down. Shoulder away from the ears, draw the ribs in and maybe look up and under that shoulder. One more breath. Warrior two. Reverse. Take the hands all the way down to the mat like you're windmilling, shorten the stance, and then standing split on the other side. So again, find the pose first. Then when you're ready, take the left hand and grab the ankle. Start to move this right hand as close as you can to the foot without falling. If you fall, pick yourself back up and get into the pose again. Maybe grabbing the ankle with both hands. One more breath. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Separate the feet hip distance, take the hands shoulder distance. So you're creating a box. Notice my elbows are not displaying out. They're wrapped in. So I take my hands where they're normally here in down dog and I turn them out a little for crow. So my elbows are in. Kind of cheating, but whatever. All right, so crow pose. That's where we're going. It's called Bakasana. Maybe the knees tap, maybe they don't. Maybe this is where we are. If you can connect the knees to the triceps, shift the weight into the hands. From there, maybe just lift a foot. Put it back down. You have two more breaths wherever you are. Maybe lift the other foot. One more breath. And then tap the feet for a yogi squat. Sit down. Lean through the heels, the pinky side blades of the feet. Sit up nice and tall, chin parallel to the mat. Close your eyes. 2 breaths. Coming back into your crow, and this time we're going to flow out of it. So shift forward. Just try it. Even if you can't step or hop back, you can still try, and then step or hop it back, right? Low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. You can choose. We have 3 breaths just to reset. Take the time to pause in the practice to reconnect with the breath. 2 more. Now we'll all, if you're in child's pose, come back into down dog. We're all gonna take dolphin pose. So elbows are gonna come down to the mat. Now the palms down are more intense because of shoulder flexibility. I encourage it. Most teachers wanna take you here and that's fine, it's preference. I like here because you have more stability, it leads you into pincha, and it's helps strengthening the shoulders for all of the poses in yoga. So parallel lines, I know the arms wanna come in, we gotta start to work them out. Walk the feet a little bit closer so the shoulders are stacked on top of the elbows. Draw the navel in and take the gaze, the drishti, right between the 2 elbows, right? One more breath here, really rooting to rise. And then straighten the arms coming back into down dog. Right leg comes high, inhale. Exhale, bring it in, knee to nose. Inhale high. This time if you want to fly, take it. Right knee, right tricep. I'm not going to, I'm going to modify. Take it, fly it, 3. Ekapada Kundanasana. Running man, we call it here at Hula Yoga. Inhale, back up. Bend the leg, drop the foot, lift the knee so you open up through that hip flexor that you just worked. And then inhale, straighten the leg, square it back off again. Right knee to the opposite tricep. Hold it for 3. Try to tap it for 2. For 1, straighten the leg out, fall in triangle, lift the left arm. Take a breath in, open through the front of the body. And then exhale, left hand comes down, right leg back up, 3 dog split. Beautiful, guys. Bring it through. Warrior 1. The back heel slightly pigeoned in. And there's a misconception that the hips are squared here. Now, if this back leg is open and extension, you can't square it off, right? But there is a squaring of the shoulders. There's a rotation of the cervical spine. So press to the pinky side blade, knee is stacked on the ankle, lift up. Notice the desire to sickle into my big toe. You can't really see it, but press out. It firms and protects this hip joint. Interlace the hands behind the back. Switch up the grip, make it feel funky. Drop the arms, lift the chest. Here's our shoulder and chest opener. And then exhale, fold into it, humble warrior. This is chest, shoulders, and hips. Relax your head, no wrinkles in the back of the neck. Lunge a little deeper in your front leg, go into it. 1 more breath. Straighten that front leg. If you need to release the hands down, do so. If you can keep them interlaced, do so. Shorten the stance slightly, let the back toe come in. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Option 1 is just to stay here. Hands down, feet down, pyramid pose. Option 2 is to keep the hands interlaced. Option 3 is to Superman your pose. Lift the back leg up. Fly forward. 3. More breaths wherever you are. If you fall, pick yourself back up. 1 more breath. You're flying, release. If the hands are interlaced, release, pyramid pose. Forehead comes down towards that shin, pull the front hip back. 1 more breath here. Walk it out, wide-legged forward fold. Walk the hands over to the left. Slightly pigeon the toes in, and then shift a little more forward into the toes. As you do that, engage the back of the leg. So lift the hamstrings up towards the sit bones. Walk the hands through the feet, create a little opposition with your hands and the earth. Tuck your chin and look up and under the legs. Take 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. All right, now we're gonna take Skandasana. So bend the left leg, straighten the right. So if I'm really forward, I'm on my toes. If I come back, I might fall. But again, you might wanna take some more distance between your heel and your butt cheek, and then maybe you can come into it there. Hands can always be down where you're leaning forward. Hands can be at heart. Just take a breath, flex this foot, and then tick-tock to the other side. And then drop down there. Pause, breathe. 1 more breath. Good, and then come back through the center, fold forward. Hands to the hips, flat back, come up. We did this morning, goddess pose. So press the knees out, tailbone comes down, hip points up, arms are engaged, reach the elbows back. Let's pulse here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go in the fire, breathe. Draw the ribs in. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Warrior 2 on the right. Reverse. Siding. Goodbye. Birds of paradise if you want. So if you've never tried birds of paradise, come with me and just try it. So if you don't have the hands interlaced, if you can grab a strap or something to interlace behind the back, you can get the fingers, cool. And then just start to walk the back foot up closer. Maybe this is as far as you go. Maybe you can get the feet really close together. Next would be to root the weight into that left foot and start to lift. Take your time. We have 3 more breaths wherever you are. And 1. You're up, start to make your descend down. You have the bind, release. Warrior 2. Windmill the arms down. Take a flow, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, let's all take a child's pose. Take a breath in through the nose. Out of the nose. And then slither forward for your puppy pose. So drop the chest down. Doesn't matter if there's a lot of space between the chest and the mat. If if your chin's on the mat or if your forehead is on the mat. 3 breaths wherever you are. Focus on that third eye. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Go ahead and sit back to saddle pose so the butt meets the heels, the knees come together. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, twist to the right. Draw the belly in there. We're not arching the back. Inhale, arms come up. Twist to the other side. More like that. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back through center. Draw it through to heart center. Bring the hands out in front, tabletop position. Same thing as plank. Shoulders are stacked on the wrists. Hips are stacked on the knees. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. 1 more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to your neutral spine. Right arm, left leg, extend it long. Pull that right shoulder back, dial the left hip down. Take it out, airplane pose. Keep the leg lifted, keep the chest lifted. Back through center. Again, airplane pose. Back through center. Last time, airplane pose. Release the foot down, gate pose, lift up. The left arm slides down that left leg and just get a nice side body stretch to the right. Breathing deeply, 1 more breath. Bring it back, tabletop. Curl the toes, downward facing dog. Dolphin pose, drop the elbows down to the mat. Remember, try to get the palms down, but if you're here with the hands interlaced, that's okay. You want equal pressure in the elbow and the pinkies though. 5 breaths. 4 breaths. 3 breaths. 2. Dolphin pose, strong pose. Last breath on your exhale, straighten the arms, come back into downward facing dog. We'll do the other side. So inhale the left leg high. Remember the arm balances here if you want it. Exhale, bring it in, knee to nose. Inhale high. Left knee, left tricep, shift forward, think plank or fly. 3, 2. Left knee, opposite tricep. Hold it, get it up, 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 and then straighten that leg out, fall in triangle. Right arm comes up. And then bring that hand down, bring the left leg high, and the leg open up. Inhale, straighten the leg, go long. Exhale, bring it through. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. So asana translates to sit still, loosely. So find that stillness with each pose. Virabhadrasana, right? Warrior 1. Moving through the pinky side of the back foot, activating that leg. Interlace the hands behind the back, switch up the grip. Drop the arms, lift the chest. Just stay here for a minute. And when you're ready, humble warrior, hold into it. Lunge a little deeper in that front leg so the knees stacked on the ankle. Relax your head, no wrinkles in the back of the neck. Breathe. 1 more. If you'd like to interlace the hands and fly with me. So diving down, lifting that back leg up. Somebody is not muted. There we go. Got it. 1 more breath. You've got it, guys. Looking awesome. And then go ahead and release both feet and hands to the mat. We're in pyramid again. And here we are. Walk it out, wide-legged forward fold. So all the inverters, now's your chance. Maybe you're at home. Let's have some fun. I'm actually going to guide us through headstand. We'll take tripod. So I'll turn sideways. So bring your hands just like they were right under the shoulders. And then bring your feet a little bit closer together. Right? Actually, walk your hands a little closer to you because you want your hands in front of you. And then you're going to bring your head down. So you should visibly be able to see your hands. You don't want them up next to your ears. So in front of you, chaturanga arms. Maybe this is as far as you go. Keep pressing the hands into the mat, broadening through the shoulders. Maybe the right knee can tap and then come down. Maybe the left knee can tap and then come down. Maybe both knees can come up. Hug the elbows in, press the mat away. Maybe you can hug the knees together without any support. I wouldn't try to come up unless you have a steady headstand. Right here is your headstand. You have much more control here than you do here. Right? So just 2 to 3 more breaths. If you're up, squeeze the elbows together, press the hands into the mat. Breathe, engage the core. You can get away with no core and headstand, to be honest with you, but the more core and the more arm balance you use, arm strength, the less it is on your head. So if you're up, just start to make that descent down. It doesn't matter what it looks like, just be careful. And then relax for a minute, shake the head out. All right, hands to the hips. Flat back, come up. Here we are, goddess pose. This time, interlace the hands behind the back. Drop the arms, lift the chest, lift the right heel. Sink down a little lower. Release the right heel, lift the left heel. Sink down a little lower. Release the left heel, lift both heels. Sink down a little lower. For 3, smile. For 2. For 1, fold forward. Release the hands. We'll walk the hands towards the front. Left foot forward, take a flow, high to low. Inhale, up dog. And then again, exhale, child's pose. Take a breath here, in through the nose, and out through the nose. This time we'll come up for camel pose. So come up onto the knees. Neutralize that pelvic floor. So tailbone comes down, hip points come up, engage the glutes. I like to support my lower back. If you want to go full expression, reach for the heels. And then start to press the hips forward as you lift the heart up, squeeze the elbows towards one another. I feel safer with my neck tucked versus being back here. I really want to strengthen these muscles versus straight up. We need our muscle strength or our neck strength to hold our head up, right? We don't want to be like this when we get older. One more breath. And then exhale, just sit down for saddle pose. Butt meets the heels, close the eyes, and just take a breath. Bring the knees together, fold over your body. Close leg child's pose. Let the arms come behind you and just fold, wrap around. 2 breaths. And I feel compelled to teach the other headstand too, because I think half of you guys do one headstand and half of you guys do the other. So if you want to omit headstand, you're going to stay just in child's pose or take your rabbit where you're going to grab the heels and start to lift up. All right, everybody else, if you want to practice headstand traditional, interlace the hands. They're elbow distance apart. So I tap my hands with my elbows and then I interlace my hands. I'm going to bring my head so my hands go to my ponytail. Now when I'm upside down, if my hand is the mat, my head is like this. It's not tucked. It's not back. It's neutral. Really important for neutral neck, okay? So hands interlace, shoulder distance, interlace, drop the head down. From there, come up into like a down dog. You lift the hips. Notice how much pressure you have on your head. Press the forearms into the mat. See if you can lift your head off the mat. That's where you want to be. And then walk your feet a little closer so the hips stack. All right, I'll go sideways. So as you, and then maybe just stay there. Release the heels, shift forward. Release the heels, shift forward. Release the heels. Do that 10 times. If you're more, maybe lift a leg, maybe lift another. So again, I'm tucking everything in. Much harder to be up here, right? The wind can blow you. So stay tucked. Keep pressing the forearms and elbows into the mat. Take 3 to 4 more breaths. And again, maybe you're here. 5 to the toes and down. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. If you're up, just as slow as you can, make your descent down. We'll all join in child's pose with the legs closed for 3 breaths. So if you are interested in inverting, I do have a 5-video series that you can take home with you. And if you just want to learn headstand, I can just send you that one. Just reach out to me and let me know. It's nice to be able to have your inversion practice home with you because it's a journey of a lifetime. It takes a while. And it takes practice at home every single day. 5-10 minutes a day, that's it. All right, go ahead and lift up. Come back into downward facing dog. Inhale, let's look between the hands. As you exhale, step, hop, or float. If you're hopping, think butt up, not forward or back, but up. And then fold forward. Interlace the hands behind the back when you get there. And then drop the left shoulder, bend the left knee, and just look up and under the right. Good, and then switch. Bend the right knee, drop the right shoulder, look up and over the left. Good, and then fold forward in the center. Keep the hands interlaced. Reach them up and over, really exaggerating that stretch. And then release. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, full. Root to rise, nice big breath. Come on up, take it back. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, chair pose. Heart center, draw it in, take a twist to the right. Drop the butt down first. We tend to lift it up. Drop it down, get into your quads. Then try to bring the hands back to heart center as you twist and look up. 2 more breaths, you've got this. Relax your jaw, smile. 1 more breath, fold forward. Deep inhale. And exhale. Chair pose. Heart center again, twist to the other side. So again, drop the butt down so you're almost parallel to the earth. And then try to bring those hands to heart center as you twist through the spine. 1 more breath. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, step or hop it back, high to low plank. Inhale, back up, high plank, 3 breaths. So again, I'm on my knees. Maybe you take it on your knees. If you're up, full expression, you're on the balls of the feet, pressing through the heels. Squeeze the inner thighs together. 1 more breath. Draw the navel and the ribs in. Left hand's gonna come into the center side plank, round 2. Maybe you lift the top leg this time. Hand that's in the air, bring it forward. Palm faces down, shoulder away from the ears. 1 more breath. Lift that top leg and tap it behind for wild thing. Open up. And high plank pose, 3 breaths. You've got this, guys. Be strong. 2 breaths. One breath. Side plank, other side, bring the left hand. It's right hand, actually, yeah. And the hand that's in the air, reach it forward. Palm's gonna face down, draw everything in. 1 more breath. Lift the top leg, tap it behind for wild thing, open up. And then again, high plank pose, 3 breaths. 2 breaths. 1 breath. Lower down all the way to your belly. Interlace the hands behind the back. Just 1. Lift the legs, lift the chest. Squeeze the legs together, draw the navel in. 5 breaths. 3. Keep lifting the arms up and back. Chin parallel. For 3. For 2. For 1. And then release down. Just take a breath here. Let it settle. 1 more breath. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press back for hero pose. So the knees will come together. You're going to separate the feet. Sit down between. If that's unavailable, grab a pillow, a block, a prop, a kid, an animal, whatever's available. You want to come back, come back. It's 5 breaths. You can come back as well. Keep rooting the knees into the mat. Keep the chin tucked. 4 breaths. 3. 2. Notice where your mind is, guys. Bring it back. Stay connected to the class. 1 more. Use your hands to come up. Be mindful. Hands will come in front of you, downward facing dog. Tabletop, I'm sorry. Tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Back to your neutral spine. We're going to extend the left arm and the right leg out. When you're ready, airplane the pose. Bring it back. Again, airplane. Bring it back. 1 more time, airplane. And now drop that foot down, lift the torso up. Gate pose. Right hand slides down that right leg, open up through the left side body. 1 or 2 more breaths. And both hands come down. Tabletop. Now we'll come into downward facing dog. Almost to the floor, guys. Right leg comes high. Exhale, let's bring it through for a low lunge. So back knee stays up, hands stay on the mat. It's just a transition into warrior 3. When you're ready, shift into it. Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana, trace. 3. Maybe take your hands to your hips, see if they're level. Dial down that left toe. Slight up dog chest, draw the navel in, the ribs in. And then extended hand to big toe. So pendulum that leg up. If you fall, no big deal. Grab the knee or wrap the two peace fingers around the big toe. From here or here. First, extend forward. Try not to lean back, but lift up. And then when you're ready, bring it out to the side. I'm going to modify. Draw the ribs in, draw the navel in, find your drishti. And if you fall, you know what to do. Get back up and try again. One more breath here. And then come back through center, switch the grip, opposite hand. Extend that leg out and revolve, or take the knee and just reach behind you. And then back through center, warrior three. Standing split, hands come down, just take a pause, a breath, and then drop that back leg down for low lunge, the back knee release. Straighten the front leg, half monkey. 2 breaths. 1 breath. Move into full monkey, full splits. Start to straighten that front leg to the degree that you can. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Don't get caught up in that. Just what are you feeling? Be there. Relax the shoulders and the jaw. 2 breaths. 1 breath. We'll rebend the front leg, walk it out for dragon pose, second time around. This time, if you want to let the knee kind of fall out, you can. If you want to keep working the inside adductors, keep rooting through the big toe. Just 2 to 3 breaths. Relax your jaw, relax your gaze. 1 more breath. All right, release the back knee, come up onto the hands. You're gonna now bring the back foot to meet the front, but a yogi squat, a little bit wider. Sit down. 5 breaths here. Lean back into the heels, lean back into the peaky side blades of the feet. Press the elbows or the triceps into the knees, lengthen through the spine, chin parallel to the earth. Focus on that third eye, your pineal gland, your center of your intuition, your answers, your guidance, your truth. 2 more. 1 more. Hands to the mat, straighten the legs, heel toe the feet so they're about hip distance apart. Take your Bakasana flow. If you don't want to take crow, then just flow. Inhale, flat back, step or hop it back. Everybody else, crow it, shift forward, take at least a breath or 2, and then play around. Maybe you tap 1 foot down and just try to kick 1 at a time. That's kind of the beginning step. And you might fall, it's okay. And we'll meet in down dog. Take a breath here. All right. Left leg high. Exhale, bring it through for a low lunge. So the back knee will stay up, hands stay. Remember, we're just transitioning to warrior 3. So shift forward into it. Again, maybe you take the hands to the hips just to see if they're level. Slight up dog chest, draw the navel in the ribs. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Pendulum that leg up, standing. Hand to big toe. Again, you can grab the knee. I'm going to take the knee. If you want, 2 peace fingers around that big toe. Square everything off, straighten the leg out. And then when you're ready, bring it out to the side. Couple breaths here. Maybe you take the drishti opposite direction of the knee or foot. 1 more breath, guys. You've got it. If you fall, get back up. All right, come through center. Switch the hand. So opposite hand. Left hand grabs the foot or the knee and just revolve. If you fall, again, pick yourself back up. 1 more breath. Come back through center. Warrior 3. Hands to the mat, standing split, just a breath. Open up. And then low lunge. Release the back foot. Release the back knee. Straighten the front leg for half monkey. That rhymed. Chin towards the shin, or maybe the forehead towards the shin. You choose. 1 more breath. And then work your way into full splits. Straightening that leg forward, releasing it down. One more breath. Awesome job, guys. All right, just rebend the front leg. Same thing, yogi squat. Really getting into our hips, drop down. Last time for yogi squat. That's the good news, and we're almost onto the mat. Class is almost over, so hopefully we're almost on to the mat. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Bring your hands behind you for reverse tabletop. If you want reverse plank, take it. So fingertips face the butt or face the feet, and then lift up. I'm gonna walk my feet out a little more and just start to press up. 3 breaths. Great shoulder stretch. It's getting the delts, the pec minor, all through the front of the body. This also will help with your dolphin pose. 1 more breath. Go ahead and just release the booty. Give yourself a hug. Take a breath. Let it go, lie onto the back, just how we started our class. Lift the legs up. Lift the arms up. If you want shoulder stand, take it. I'm gonna stay in waterfall, like I do most of the time. For shoulder stand, we're rock and rolling up and we're walking our hands up our spine, aiming to get everything stacked on the shoulder, not the neck. We should be able to move our chin from our chest so we can breathe. Always keep the gaze up. Squeeze the inner thighs together, just like you would in plank. You're squeezing the legs, they're firming of the legs. And breathe. Great pose to close the eyes and just breathe into that third eye center. Even if you don't know what that means. Your third eye is the space between your 2 brows, right above the bridge of the nose. It's your pineal gland. The pineal gland is shaped like a pine cone. Like I mentioned, it's your intuition. Decalcify it by meditating, by slowing down, by breathing into it. 1 more breath in shoulder stand. And take the feet behind you for plow pose. Maybe they land, maybe they don't. Who cares? So if they land, maybe take the tops of the feet to the mat. It's just a deeper expression. It's really forcing the hips to be stacked on the shoulders, really stretching the spine in the areas that can't be stretched, that middle spine, the rest. And if deaf man's in the practice, feel free to take that. You'll bend the legs, the knees come next to the ears. We've got 5 more breaths, guys. So if you're in the shoulder stand plow series, I know it's intense, but just breathe into it. Even if the breath feels constricted, you're still breathing, you're still oxygenating a compressed state. We're massaging all of those organs that are inside that cavity of pretty much our torso. Last breath here. So from plow, come back into shoulder stand. And then from shoulder stand, vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly lower down. Use the support of your hands. Now, if you're here with waterfall, soles of the feet come together, bound angle. Everybody else, fish pose. Sit on the hands, pop up onto the elbows, and let the head fall back. 3 breaths. Two. 1. If you're in fish, release. Join us in Supta Baddha Konasana, which is bound angle on your back. Bring the arms out nice and wide in a receiving motion, the palms face up. Couple breaths. One more breath. We'll all hug the knees into the chest. We'll rock and roll up. We're going to take 90-90. So let's start with the left. The left leg will cross onto the right. So a couple things. Shins are stacked. We're not here, right? Our foot is not on our leg. Our foot is hanging off of the knee. The knee is on top of that bottom ankle. So the feet are off of the body. Hips are squared. We're leveling out. Maybe this knee is up. That's okay. Find your breath. And if your ankle bone, like one side of my ankle bone hurts really bad, so I have to put, usually I put a washcloth under it, but I'll just use a pillow now. So for some reason, it only happens on one side for me, but if it causes some pain or tension, just put something in between it. And then if you want, you can always fold forward for a deeper expression. It's just 5 breaths. 4. Come back to your intention. Come back to the practice, guys. Thank you guys all for being here. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm glad that you're here doing yoga with me. 2 more. Good news, our beaches are opening up partially tomorrow. I wish it was only for locals. Maybe it will be, I'm not sure. 1 more breath. And then go ahead and blink the eyes open. Come right into shoelace. So we'll stack the knees. If this is challenging, you always have the option to keep the bottom leg straight. Maybe the feet come in line with the knees. Maybe they're tucked in. If you want to incorporate the arms, we have our left leg on top, so the right arm would be on top, and you interlace the hands behind the back. If you'd like to fold forward, 5 breaths. Use this time to practice yoga. The practice of yoga is what? To slow the fluctuations of the mind, or to fine-tune our concentration skills, right? Because that's really what yoga is. It's concentrating on what you're doing, not allowing the mind to be someplace else while you're physically here. I was talking about it this morning. So often we get into a position or a place or a situation and we're already thinking about what we want to do instead or next. 1 more breath. Instead, let's try to practice and cultivate being content, santosha. Go ahead and release, and then we'll come into the other side. So again, we want to make sure that the shins are parallel. The feet are off, right? So that's a little bit closer for our hips. Stay seated or come forward. It's called 90-90 or double pigeon. You know, it's one thing to move our body. It's one thing to physically get strong and create flexibility through this practice. But it's a very limited practice. You know, as we get older, we're not able to do the same things that we could do when we were younger. And that's just going to continue as we age. So if we're super attached to the physical part of this practice, we're really missing the bigger picture. We're almost setting ourselves up for failure because we're attached to that kind of superficial component of it. Yoga is much deeper than that. It's going beyond the physical. It's going beyond that superficial layer. And it's getting into the depths of you, the depths of consciousness. 1 more breath. Maybe that's too much for you. Maybe that's too esoteric for you. Stack the knees, shoelace. Just breathe. We know science is telling us this. Almost every religion out there says this, way beyond yoga. Be still. You see God. Be still. You see yourself. Be still. Be still. You heal. And so even if you don't want to talk about consciousness and esoteric expansionness, breathe. Commit to slowing the fluctuations of the mind. Get out of your head. Get out of your own way. So often the stories in our head prevent us from living, from experiencing, from learning, from doing something new. Last year, I said yes to everything. Anytime anybody asked me something in business, yes, yes, yes. Anytime any personal, yes. And this year my answer is no. No, no, no. And just finding that balance between pleasing and giving and honoring and serving myself. So go ahead and release. We'll open up wide-legged straddle. Hinge forward. Last little hip stretch here. Flex the toes. It feels deeper in the hamstrings. If it's too much, then relax the toes. Breathe. Flies when you're having fun. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Walk your hands over to the left. Side body stretch feels good, or if you want to stay with the hamstring, then keep the chest down towards the leg. So either here or here. 1 more breath. And then come through the center around to the other side. Sorry. One more breath. Come back through the center. See if you got just a little more space. And slowly come up. So the last pose I'm going to give, pose of your choice. If you want lower back strengthener, I'm going to suggest Sphinx, so you're here. Or Seal, so you're here. If you want to stretch the lower back, I'm going to suggest Rabbit. Because we didn't do too much besides forward folding for the lower back. You could take Rabbit and stretch it. If there's anything else you want to take, we didn't do any shoulder stretches on the floor. So if you want to open the shoulders or maybe stretch the outside of the shoulders, like here. So you choose, I'll give you the halfway point, come into it, stay with the practice. I know it's so easy to walk away in our home practice, but think about how accomplished you feel, how good you feel when you stick through the entire practice. And you get through, it's only 75 minutes out of our day. Even if you get up and off of your mat throughout the class, just try to stick with it. The ending is the best part. It's the most important part, but it's usually the part we run from. We label it as unimportant. Or maybe we label it as not producing. I mean, that was hard for me in the beginning when I started meditating. I was like, I can't just sit there for 10 minutes and do nothing. I got to do. I'm a work bee. I work. I've worked more this last month than I probably have all year. So it takes a lot of effort and a lot of discipline for me to meditate. And I had to change that belief system that I was doing nothing. I now know I'm doing so much more than that. I'm doing one of the best things I can do for me in the day, slowing down, connecting with myself. Go ahead and switch sides. Three. So notice what comes up, notice what distracts you. It's probably a common thing. It's probably usually the same thing. We're creatures of habit. Harvard says that 88% of the thoughts we have every day are the same thoughts we have. Kind of sounds like the definition of insanity. But it doesn't mean we're like thinking of a red apple every day. But the way that we think, the way that we respond to our reactiveness, it's habitual. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. They just say, oh, this is how I am. No, that's not true. This is how you have grown to be, but you can grow to be something else. You can choose what you want to be. You can choose how you want to respond. Every day we have multiple choices that create our life and have brought us to this situation right here, right now. No regrets, no looking back, just looking forward with peace, with love, with honor, with integrity. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Slowly come out. If you have anything else you want to take, feel free. You want to get a sip of water, take a sip of water, wipe down, do whatever you can to make you comfortable, and then lie on your back. As always, if you want to take Shavasana or meditation in Sukhasana, easy seated pose, feel free. And just as a little bit of information, we practice the physical practice to get to this pose, Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Why? Because most people sit like this. They're rounding. They're not. There's no engagement. So we work through these postures to create flexibility and strength to sit up and to be able to sit here for hours. The goal. All right. So let's take a few breaths together. I'm going to stay seated. Let's exhale all the air out. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, side out. Again, deep breath in. Open the mouth, side out. Deep breath in, we'll hold. Inhale. Hold the breath. As you're holding, relax your shoulders. Take another sip of air in. Hold it. Focus on your third eye. Hold that attention there. Repeat your intention. Open your mouth, sigh it out, let it all go. And again, inhale through the nose, inflate the belly, lungs, and chest at the top. Hold it. Another sip of air in and hold. Open your mouth, sigh it out, let it go. If you have a playlist playing, go ahead and stop it. We'll take Shavasana in silence. It's only about 5 minutes. I'll pull you out with a wonderful reading today. It'll be different than the one we had this morning. The one we had this morning is from a book called Untamed. I strongly recommend it. It's a great quote. If you go to my Instagram or Facebook, you can read it. I've read it a few times in these live stream classes because it's so good. All right, so nothing left to do, guys. Just be. Sometimes that's the hardest thing to do, is to be. Relax the forehead. Relax the brows, the eyelids. Relax the cheeks. Relax you. Just as splinters can get embedded in our body, old emotions and beliefs can act like toxins and become embedded in us too. We may have picked up residue along the way, beliefs we didn't consciously choose, feelings we weren't safe enough to feel, toxins from the world around us. Now is a time of cleansing. Now is the time to heal your body and emotions, your mind and your soul. What beliefs and emotions do you need to heal? Look around at your life right now. What are you thinking? What are you talking about? What issues are cropping up in your life? Who are you talking about? What are you remembering? When have you felt this before? Once you've identified what you're feeling and thinking, release it. Let that energy go. Let it leave your body. You can chatter all you want about what's going on with you, but that doesn't release the energy from your system any more than talking about a splinter takes it out. Sometimes the process will sting just a bit when you pull out the splinter, but it doesn't hurt for long, and soon you'll feel better, better than you felt in a long time. Often the process of releasing old toxins can be as gentle and natural as the way a flower or tree grows with sunshine and rain, a bit of fertile soil, and a little bit of pruning and weeding. Growth can be gentle too. Growth can be fun. Breathe in the new air. Breathe in the new energy. Exhale the past, its feelings, beliefs, its toxins. Let it go. Let yourself be transformed. So I think that's something that's very practical for us to do right now. We have a lot of downtime and time to be quiet and still and practice yoga. So, acknowledge what you're feeling and then go deeper and acknowledge where it's coming from. A lot of times this stuff that we claim as us or we claim as ours is really somebody else's that has passed it along the way, our teachers, our friends, our family members. And we take on those beliefs as our own. It's a huge part of yoga teacher training is discerning through all that, undoing the layers, peeling back and getting back to your true nature, your true self. And that's the spirit of yoga. So thank you all for showing up this evening. Happy Friday. The beaches are open tomorrow with limited space, but I encourage you to get out and at least walk, get your feet in the sand, inhale the salt water. It's healing. And again, thank you guys so much for the support and showing up and being here through all of this. Hopefully we will be back to it soon in the studio. Of course, that will be limited and changed procedures, but we will get through this. So namaste, and I will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. It is a free class, so if you have anybody that wants to try yoga out and hasn't yet, get them on. They can sign up through MindBody for free, or we'll be Facebook and Instagram on the Kula pages live. All right, guys. Have fun. Thanks.